Welcome, my God people. I'm here to talk about, this recent footage I've seen of Pantera, this reunion stuff. Now, before I get into this, I have to say, first off, I'm a big Pantera fan. Huge, huge. Everybody I know in real life down here hates them, but I don't care. Whatever. And yes, there's a lot of Pantera haters out there. That's cool. Whatever. They call them Panterable. Kind of clever. Though I love even that early glam stuff. It wasn't even glam to me. I mean, yeah, some songs like She's Got Nothing On But the Radio. All right, I'll give you that. But Killer, that song Killer off of the Project in the Jungle, whatever. I'm the Night. I love all that stuff. But here's the deal. And I've had people out, hey, what do you think of this Pantera, all this footage I see on YouTube, which, again, I gotta say, YouTube, people, phones, it's not the best way to judge shows. You have to be there. Because I'll give you an example. One time I was, the last time I saw Ace Frehley open for Alice Cooper, I went on my phone like live, and somebody, and Ace was, I've seen a lot of hit and miss Ace shows. And some guy left a comment on the live video. Man, it sounds like shit. I was like, yeah, you ain't here. But here's what I think. And, like I said, I have to be there. But I will say this. And don't get it twisted. Let's cut the deck. I'm not a Zakk hater like a lot of people out there that hate on Zakk Wylde. I actually think he did the best album of the 90s. I think Book of Shadows, not Book of Souls, that's Iron Maiden. Book of Shadows, I think, is a masterpiece. I think it's the greatest thing he's ever done. That and No Rest for the Wicked are my two favorite Zakk Wylde releases. And I like some Black Label. I kind of lost interest after Order the Black. I think everything after that I just don't care for. But I've always dug Zakk Wylde. I always dug his guitar playing. I never hated the guy, But if you want to know why I'll never support him again, I have a podcast, VIERA Vault, why I never will support Zakk Wylde again. And it has not, the guy was super nice when I met him, but it's a long story that I'm not going to bore you with because I want to talk about this. Man, it really dawned on me, I already knew Dime was special. He was a very special guitar player. Incredible. If you hate on Pantera and you know anything about guitar playing, you cannot deny that Dimebag was just unbelievable guitar player. Now this footage, I'm watching Zakk Wylde do the Dimebag stuff. I don't think he's a good, he's a good match. But, the masses would not, they wouldn't accept anybody but Zakk Wylde. Because one, he was Dime's best friend. They were buddies. So that's why people would, oh, it's got to be Zakk Wylde. That's all I've heard, even when Vinny was alive. Pantera reuniting with Zakk Wylde. Always Zakk. And even I was like, yeah, that'd be a great choice. It's Zakk Wylde, and he was friends with Dime, so, yeah, and he's a great guitar player. Okay. But watching this, boy, really realize he's no Dimebag. And, I already explained my opinion on Zakk Wylde. I'm not a Zakk hater. Charlie Benante, incredible drummer, one of the best, okay? I'd say, I think I would only put Dave Lombardo above him out of the big four. Well, then again, Carl Samuelson, but that's besides the point. He's awesome. I think he does the Vinny stuff better than what Zakk does with the Dime stuff, but at the same time, I don't hear that precision that Vinny had. It's not, it was such a lock. Shut like a lock. Hard as a rock. But Zakk and Charlie, I don't think it's as locked in. I mean, I'm judging by cell phone footage. Now, that I could be wrong on if I'm at the show. But there's no way I'm wrong with the guitar playing, man. You don't hear that razor sharp type playing that Zakk does. I mean, that Dime does. I don't think he's doing a good job by cell phone footage. Now, like I said, I'm a big Pantera fan, but I'm also very honest. I'm not one of these people that, because I did bring this up online on social media, and people are like, "Oh man, it's great. It's a tribute to Pantera," and one guy even said, Dime and Vinny would be proud. No, I don't think so. I can't speak for Dime, but Vinny has said it over and over again.
You've once again stated that a Pantera reunion is completely out of the question. Why do you think people don't get tired of talking about it?
People are selfish, man. They want what they want. They don't care what you want, And it's unfortunate that people go, "Oh wow, man, they could get Zakk Wylde to jump up there on stage and it's Pantera again." No, it's not.
Yeah.
He'd be rolling in his grave if he knew what was going on. It's not something, but at the same time, the Abbott estate okayed it, But if it comes my way, I'd go see it. And I know it's wrong, if I want to be respectful, but I'd go see it. I'd just go see it, because what the hell? I think Phil sounds amazing, actually. I think he's doing a real good job. And Rex, Rex is a good, competent bass player that's, a lot of these Pantera albums, he's kind of low in the mix. He's, like, if anybody in Pantera would be replaceable, it would be Rex. I don't think, Rex would do, somebody that would fill in for Rex, which is happening, as I'm filming this, because Rex got the COVID. I don't think it would be, and I'm not saying Rex is a bad player, I'm just saying, to the sound, it's not that intricate as the Abbott brothers is. And, I always knew, if you ask me, Dime, I think, is a better player than Zakk. But watching this footage, it was like, damn, man, he doesn't have the vibe. There may be another guitar player out there that can do it more justice. So that's how I feel about it. And it's an honest opinion, as you heard. I'm not one of these blind sheep of Pantera, because I love Pantera, therefore I gotta say it's good and put my blinders on, rose-colored glasses, and say, oh, it's great because it's Pantera, and I see people online saying, trying to argue with me, of course. Oh man, why are you even comparing them? It's like, because he's up there doing Dime music. Why do you want to argue? I'm such a peaceful dude. And I'm just giving my opinion. Why do you have to compare them? I wouldn't be comparing them if Zakk wasn't up there doing, Pantera songs. I just don't think he's doing a good job. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I want Zakk to go out there and do Book of Shadows in its 1 and 2, because I thought 2 was great. I thought Book of Shadows, I think it's the best thing he's ever done. No Rest of the Wicked's badass, though. But, yeah, and there was one guy that left a comment saying, I was at that show in Mexico, which I believe was the first show, and he says, I agree with you, but it was still a badass show. But he was there, he's like, yeah, Zakk did not nail Dime, And Charlie, the thing about Charlie, like, all right, he played, to the songs, and I'm not saying he was bad. I think he nailed the Vinny stuff, but it didn't have that precision, Charlie sounded a little looser than how Vinny was like, you know, he's just on point to, you know, like to the T, where Charlie did it great. He played just like Vinny, but it didn't have that tightness that Vinny had, you know. And I saw Charlie, you know, he got every single thing that, you know, that was on Vinny's kit to make it sound like Vinny. And he was great. I'm not saying he was bad. And I'm not even saying Zakk Wylde was bad. I mean, it's Zakk Wylde. You know, a lot of people hate on Zakk. A lot of people hate on Pantera. But I don't. I'm just giving you my honest opinion from a non-biased standpoint. Because if you hate on Zakk, of course you're going to hate how he does the dime thing, you know. But I just don't think he's a good fit. And you know, honestly, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think anybody would be a good fit to fill Dime's shoes. There was just something about the way he played. It's just, he's irreplaceable. He really is. And that's how I feel about it. I'll still go see it. I will not travel more than, let's say, an hour to see it, though. I'll be honest. I'm not going to go out of my way to see it. I wouldn't drive hours to see it. But hey, if it's close to me, sure, why not? Hell, you know, it's a night out, and I'm not, you know, I've seen Pantera so many times, and in my opinion, no band was better than Pantera live in the 90s. No band. They were just the shit. I have been on such a kick lately of looking at Pantera live bootlegs on YouTube. My God, there's this one show from Hollywood, California, and it has soundboard audio. I think that's the best one, but every other one's great. There was another one I saw from Chile. It was insane. I mean, the crowd was singing so loud when they played. They opened up with Walk. And you know the dun, 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 and then when it goes into it, dun, 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 the whole place going respect. This is before Phil starts singing the song. They're already singing the chorus, and it's so loud, and it's so insane. And I saw it, man. I've seen Pantera, I think, like 6 times. No band was that damn impressive in the 90s to me. They were kind of like the Van Halen of the 90s, because Van Halen, nobody can touch them in the 80s with Dave. From 84 to 1980, I saw those tours. I feel Pantera in the 90s was the same way. Nobody can touch that band. I'm a big Pantera fan. I'm damn proud to say it. You know, I say it to all my buddies that hate them. You know? But that's my opinion. That's how I feel about this Pantera reunion. I don't think Zakk is cutting it. And it's not because of cell phone footage. You know, I heard it firsthand from a guy that was him at the Mexico show saying, yeah, I mean, he thought the show was amazing. He loved it. But he's like, yeah, no, I agree with you. Zakk cannot play as good as Dime. You know, he can play as good as he can on his shit, but not on Pantera stuff. And man, who can? You know? I don't know, maybe I'm thinking maybe Jeff Waters. Probably the only one I can think of now. Because that guy's kind of like pure precision. And Dime was that, you know. Dime was just unbelievably incredible. And that's how I feel. It's my opinion. I'm not speaking for any of you out there. I'm not telling any of you to agree with me. If you disagree with me, fine. But you're not going to change my mind. Just like I didn't change your mind. And I say that way too much in my videos, which I shouldn't, but I have to because it's just my way to say, fuck you, Pickle Whistler. That's how I feel. If you feel different, I don't give a rat's ass. Go ahead. Feel different. Make a video on YouTube telling me how wrong I am. Even if you mention me, I'm not going to leave you a comment. I don't do that. I don't go anywhere on YouTube going, I disagree with you because of this and that, whatever. It's your opinion. And to you, you're right. But to me, I'm right. Anyway, that's how I feel about it. So thank you, everybody, for watching. And if you like to donate, I got a PayPal. in the description below, and subscribe to my channel if you have not, and please click that little notification bell. Right on, everybody. Stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath and smack 'em a gob. Stronger than all with the Abbott Brothers.